That's not a consistent theme that I see. Do I see second marriages? Yes. Relatively regularly? Yes. What I'm seeing now more as a theme is the working mom doing it all, everything, and making all the money, and the husband not engaging. That's what I'm seeing. That's the theme I'm seeing. Second marriage is not necessarily, but first marriages where mom's doing it all.
So if this divorce lawyer is saying that he is seeing a rise in a theme of mothers feeling that they're doing it all, and that frustration and everything, and that's what's coming across his lap at a higher rate, then wouldn't it be logical to look deeper into why into this theme, into that theme, rather than just deflecting and downing the whole, okay, it maybe that it sounds weird or whatever, but why are they dubbing this theme? Wouldn't it be wiser to kind of look into it, especially if it's leading towards a divorce lawyer? Now, I am a big proponent of communication, and invalidating someone's view on something does not aid in rectifying the situation. But I must state that I do not agree with those women that air out their husbands on social media, because there are a lot of women who show the situations. I mean, like it kind of like that first clip, he is the one who actually recorded. But there are a lot of women who are showing their sides as well. Hey YouTube, you have made your way back to Mind Your Mind with Just Justified. You saw the thumbnail, so let's jump right in. Married single moms. So I've heard this term circulating, and I've seen a lot of people who totally get it, and then I've seen others who think that is absolutely ridiculous. So let's dive a little bit deeper in and examine its validity. So here is our first clip.
Controversial, so don't come for me. Married single mother. Basically, the premise is like you're married, but your partner's not doing anything, so you feel like a single mother. And then I was thinking, like, what's worse? To just be a single mother or to be a married single mother? And to me, I'm like, I feel like it would be worse to be a married single mother because my partner sees me struggling, sees me, having a hard time with the kids, cooking, cleaning, doing whatever, and you're watching me suffer. And I'm married to you? Oh my God. You talking about jail? I said I do to you and you're watching me struggle with your children? And you not gonna help me? I'd rather you just not be here at all.
So I get it. This term, I honestly understand that it can be controversial. I understand that it can be controversial to some. Because, we know in all actuality that, these married moms are not literally single, right? So dubbing the word single in the term can be a slap in the face to the union of marriage, or even to the single moms who are not married, right? But I want to address the reasons stated in the video, though. So, because the term may be controversial, the reason she considered herself a married single mother may have validity in some cases. You heard some of the things that she talked about in the video, right? So there are many single mothers who feel that they are juggling so much on their plates and they feel exhausted, and their husbands are quite frankly hands off. That's a valid situation, right? So we cannot deny the reality for a number of women out there who are experiencing this, right? So a lot of people, though, will run to invalidate solely from hearing from that term itself, before they actually look at why that term was created, which can lead to some frustration to those mothers. You know, it's like they're not being heard, they're not being seen, you know, so as they go through this. So let's talk a little bit more about this next clip. Let's take that into this clip into consideration.
I feel like you could have been nicer to me.
Oh my gosh, well I feel like you could have done 80 more things today than you did. I feel like I woke up and I cleaned our room, I did our bed, I cleaned the sheets, I did the laundry, I put your clothes away, I come in the kitchen, nothing's done. So I do everything, then I make you breakfast, then I get the baby ready, then I get myself ready. And what do, Michael? You just tell me I could have been nicer. That seems pretty nice to me. And you thought I was pretty nice last night. Super nice. Woo!
I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. Let's talk about this clip. So this is a pursuer withdrawer conflict cycle. She is protesting lack of partnership. She's protesting this disconnect she's feeling. She's actually saying is, do you see me? Do you see all the stuff I'm doing? Do you see how hard I'm working? Are you in tune with my needs? She might have said this in softer ways. She might have been conditioned to not say anything and kind of stuff it down until she explodes. Her move now that she's gone for a while, feeling like her needs are not being met, is to move into critical blaming. And that's going to trigger her husband to be like, whoa, bro, just be nice to me. And his move is likely going to be to shut down, disconnect, and move to this place of I can't do anything right. Partner's too demanding. She can't be pleased. Just get me out. Which is going to communicate to her she really is alone. Her partner really isn't with her, and she's going to escalate more.
So let's put aside the term married single mother for a moment and look at what the therapist addressed. She talked about the woman feeling frustrated and a lack of partnership and the disconnect that she feels and not feeling heard, right? But we do see in that same video the dynamic of a spiraling effect from suppressing it, and then she suppressed it until she exploded, which the therapist pointed out may trigger. Now the husband will start having a feeling of inadequacy, and that may result in him further disconnecting. And because of that, it will solidify in her mind that she is in actuality alone, feeling of being alone. And then that results in like a detrimental cycle, right? So if we looked at that whole dynamic that we just watched, right? So it's something to look at validly. Let's look at it. Next clip is actually a consistent theme in a lot of cases that a divorce lawyer is seeing a rise in as of late. So let's check this one out.
second marriages do you get as a divorce lawyer coming in for consultations?
Let's put it this way. As a divorce lawyer, I see consistent themes, right? And that's part of the reason why I give some relationship advice too. I see reasons why relationships fail. That's not a consistent theme that I see. Do I see second marriages? Yes. Relatively regularly? Yes. What I'm seeing now more as a theme is the working mom doing it all, everything, and making all the money, and the husband not engaging. That's what I'm seeing. That's the theme I'm seeing. Second marriage is not necessarily, but first marriage is where mom's doing it all.
So if the divorce lawyer is saying that he is seeing a rise in a theme of mothers feeling that they're doing it all, and that frustration and everything, and that's what's coming across his lap at a higher rate, then wouldn't it be logical to look deeper into this theme, into that theme, rather than just deflecting and downing the whole, okay, maybe that it sounds weird or whatever, but why are they dubbing this theme? Wouldn't it be wiser to kind of look into it, especially if it's leading towards a divorce lawyer? Now, I am a big proponent of communication, and invalidating someone's view on something does not aid in rectifying the situation. But I must state that I do not agree with those women that air out their husbands on social media, because there are a lot of women who show the situations. I mean, like it kind of like that first clip, he is the one who actually recorded, but there are a lot of women who are showing their sides as well. And I'm not a proponent of putting your marital issues out for the scrutiny of the masses, pretty much. So I understand that there's frustration. I understand that, right? I do not agree with the whole putting it out on Jump Street for everyone to judge, to dissect, to go in, because I feel like there are better ways and healthier ways of approaching reconciliation with these situations, not putting it out for other people, outside people kind of coming in and judging and giving their 2 cents and everything, when there could have been a way that you could have approached to rectify it before it got to any other heights. So this next video is a more transparent view of a wife and mom who kind of went through this situation of feeling like a married single mother. So let's check this clip out.
The phrase married single mom resonates with you, stick around. I recently shared my struggles of feeling like a married single mom and what that looked like for me. I will clarify again, it was not me dragging on my husband. I wasn't trying to say he's a bad dad or a bad partner, but that it's a dynamic the two of us were working on together. In a nutshell, this dynamic really just means that there is more load on the mom. The mom has more responsibilities and an increased mental load. My husband wanted to help me, but he just didn't really know how. Where I think the problem gets worse for a lot of people is that it's really hard to ask for help with a mental load. It's really hard to teach that mental load, not to say that it's impossible, but it does usually wind up being easier to just give up and do it yourself. The issue with that is when the resentment comes in. Now, like I've mentioned before, this is something that we were working on together. I've explained to him in the past that if he took on the physical load, it would help ease my mental load. This part might not sit very well with you guys. We went back and forth for a while with him saying he just didn't know what he was supposed to do. I went ahead and made a list of everything that needs to get done every day. A chore chart, if you will. And just a few months later, I no longer feel like a married single mom.
So she shared that she felt like a married single mom, and but her husband, he wanted to help when she and you notice she came to him about the situation, and he wanted to help, he just didn't know how. So she identified her dilemma as well, if you noticed, as not knowing how to ask for that help when she needed it, when she felt that way. So through their communication, they came to a solution of making that chore chart. So with that, she ended this video stating that she no longer felt as a married single mother. So this is why I say communication is what will go to great lengths, because it can help you with communication. You're not allowing resentment to fester. So whether you agree with the term married single moms or not, you cannot disagree, or you cannot deny the dynamics that it is a reality for some women, that they are going through this, that they are bearing a lot of the weight and feeling frustrated and feeling probably even resentment at some times, and all of that. But one thing I can say that can be a great help in a solution or moving towards a solution is communication. Just like in that last clip, she communicated with her husband, and through that communication, they came up with a solution that she identified helped her to feel in a better place, as well as I'm sure even their dynamic. So bottom line to me, which I know it seems to be a cliche, but communication is key, at least to moving towards something, to a better solution. Just like how it helped her. I know that a lot of people, like, as I stated before, may jump to social media to air out their stuff, their frustrations and all that. No, I feel like there are healthier ways. Communicate. If you need a third party interaction, go to qualified people, but communication, communicate. So I do have a mindful moment question for today. All right, so the mindful moment question today is, do you think the term married single mother is valid? Especially after we saw all in this video today. Do you think that the term married single mother is valid? Right? So just think, not even fixate on the term itself, but even what is entailed in why that term was dubbed. Do you think the term married single mother is valid? I want to hear from you. Definitely, even if you agree, if you disagree, I want to hear from you in the comments. All right? So definitely comment. Please subscribe. Please like, and please share. And I would love to hear from you. Until the next time. Peace.